This time, Jake is doing the reading and hosting and not playing the game this time because I'm not good at that.
I'm Dan Cyan.
And I'm Jake Flello. This is the Ubisoft E3 thingy.
So basically, we're going to talk about... It's the post-show. Welcome to the post-show. Even though it's not. We're going to talk about the Ubisoft press conference.
Yeah.
It was great. It was my favourite of all of them.
Definitely.
It was hosted well. It was presented well.
The
There was
host
some...
lady who's been there the last few years, she's good as ever.
The script writing was good because obviously that was scripted. You saw the teleprompter quite a lot in it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't bad.
It was, in fact, quite good.
If you don't, you dare, cat. Oh.
My cat's in the room.
Your cat's wandering around and I was
Special guest!
Special guest!
His name is Jester.
I was worried he was going to do a dump.
Oh, that would have been fun to edit out.
No, it wouldn't. The game hasn't even started yet.
No, it hasn't.
So as you can see, Ubisoft, Watch Dogs, Ubisoft, see what it did there? They acknowledged Watch Dogs'
They did.
success, which is good. I'm glad they acknowledged it in some way.
Yeah, and the dude who came out was like, the CEO was like, thanks for all your support and everything, which is nice.
Now that we are on
You don't do
Ubisoft...
this because that's going to come up on the...
Wait, you just made it come up, Jake.
Yeah, but that was you before.
But I was talking as well, so it didn't...
I know, but it comes up and it stops it anyway.
Right, so Ubisoft. Now that we're talking about it, you are swagged up.
Look, there's a cross.
You are swagged up, my friend. I've forgotten the button. There was that button. Okay.
Explode! Don't do the missions, do...
I'm not going to. I'm going to go on... Is that the right button?
I don't know, I don't do
there we
the
go.
online.
So yes.
You can't do the ones where you sort of join them and they don't know. Or whatever.
Why can't I?
Because I don't allow that to people to join me randomly.
Right, okay. That's fair enough. But yeah, I felt really old. Because they were saying that Tom Clancy, Rainbow Six Patriots...
Yeah, they said the last Rainbow Six was 10 years ago.
Yeah, but they announced Patriots 4 years ago. That was one they scrapped completely.
Yeah,
it just disappeared. They didn't say anything. It just disappeared.
Anyway, that was the end of the show. I was thinking we could do things in order.
Yeah, no, but I just want to say that made me feel old.
Yeah.
Them saying it was...
Is it not connecting?
No.
Okay. Walk around the city and see what people's things are and see if you can find some like crimes and shit.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay.
Just don't do the story.
I'm not going to do the story, Jake.
Just don't do the story then.
I'm not going to do the story.
It's fine. Explode.
No.
Just wait till Geordie is done talking.
Just shut up, Geordie. Geordie Sheen!
Don't tell him to shut up. He is a good character.
He's a great character. So yes, in order. Start at the beginning.
It started off with some Far Cry 4 footage and stuff.
The first 5 minutes of the story.
Yeah. It looks good.
I'm intrigued.
It looks fucking awesome.
It does look fucking awesome.
Excuse me, I have heartburn.
Heartburn, heartburn,
And
you're my heartburn.
I think this is the first time we've heard the release date. I'm not sure. November 18th.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah. Member of Nation Islam collects cans and bottles. Anyway, you're on a bus and there's a monkey who has a fag.
Well, of course, it's the Himalayas. What do you expect?
Yeah, those are just everywhere. Is that a DeLorean? No,
It's not a DeLorean.
no, the doors go up on DeLorean.
They do indeed.
Anyway,
And
and then like some dudes come along and start shooting stuff, and you're introduced to the villain, but he seems to be on your side. So
who knows what happens then? But it'll be interesting to see how they go and where they go with it.
Yeah, and I like the character already, like the villain dude. Like he's like, I got blood on my fucking shoes.
He doesn't quite sound like that, but
No,
yes.
he doesn't. I'm not
He
gonna
does say
I'm not gonna be racist and attempt to do an impression of him. Did you hear about the whole sort of stuff? Like Far Cry 4 is racist when it was just one picture and it was like
Far Cry 3.
No, it's Far Cry 4. When the first announcement sort of picture came up, everyone was like, "Look how racist this is." It was because the dude who looks a bit white, but he's very clearly of Asian descent. He has his hand on like someone else who was Asian.
No, I didn't hear about this racism. I heard people talking about it at E3, but I didn't actually hear about this as it was going on myself at all.
And everyone was like, "Oh, they're Tumblr people, basically. Like, look how racist this is." They've got to have somebody to complain about.
Well, yeah, Frozen was a little while ago, so
Yeah.
they've got to move on to something else now.
I don't get why they were complaining about Frozen. They were complaining about people saying that Frozen is a progressive film, which it is. It was written by the original story. The ice cream was written by the dude who also wrote the Ugly Duckling, who I can't remember the name of. But
wasn't it written by Hans Christian Andersen?
Yeah, and he had put a lot of sort of, I guess you could say, gay stuff in his stories. Like the Ugly Duckling is about acceptance and acceptance into a community, even though you're not accepted in the community you thought you were in as a gay person.
Fair enough. Anyway, Ubisoft and some stuff. Far
Yeah,
Cry looked awesome.
It did, and it's not racist, which is good. Next thing, the Just Dance thing.
Yeah, it's an interesting use of technology. I'll give them that.
Yeah, basically, loads of people had like smartphones, and I guess they're using the accelerometers in the smartphones as the controllers, like you sort of do with the Wii remotes. But there was like 31 people playing. I think in the top right it said 31 players, and like you can do it like.
You can do
so
it.
Many
too,
players.
Can do.
So many players, which is interesting, but the thing is about accommodating that is you're not going to have 31 players. At most, you're likely to have as many players as you can play with anyway.
It depends how popular you are.
Yeah, but like,
And
are you
you're not
really going to
there.
have enough room for like 35 players all to see the screen?
Yes.
Some people will, and it's for them a little bit. Fire truck, Dan, fire truck. It was a fire truck.
Yeah,
It's conceptually at least, it seems like a good idea.
it's cool.
Yeah.
No one's arguing that it's cool. Not cool.
But I think at least the concept of it seems good, and it can apply to other games, like the technology. If you see anything. Oh, hide, Dan, hide. He's a potential victim. Oh, don't shoot them. I don't do the shooting. You need to run after him. Run, Dan. Now's the time to go. Take down. Oh, no.
You don't have a grenade launcher.
No, I don't, because I don't use guns.
He's getting away. It's fine. I don't care no more. So anyway, yes, it's another one of those things that's it's cool for what it is. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be of any use or we're going to pay any attention to it.
No, especially we don't like exercise.
Yeah. So blah blah blah.
Blah,
Awesome.
blah,
Good for you, Mr.
Dancing and shit.
Good for you, Mr.
Ubisoft.
No, not even him, Mr. Just Dance Man.
The target is escaping. Oh well.
Who cares? Let that one go. Let it go. Let it go.
Wind and snow.
Yes, there's some snow in that film.
Yeah, there's plenty of it actually. So it's a movie about the stuff. Anyway, there was a Division video type thing. Are you looking at my eye? Okay. There was a Division sort of like video thing, and I thought it was quite powerful, I think, and emotional.
Oh, it was that one. That one. Fuck.
Where there's
yes,
a woman
it was.
singing what is it? It's like a Christmassy song thing, and then it turns out that she's singing it to her dying child, and
Holy Night.
Yeah, Silent Night, Holy Night, all that, and
but you don't. It's a long time before you see anyone in that video, but that's the most emotional part is when you can't see.
yeah, and like
Because
then you sort of start hear her crying, and sort of like you actually hear what sounds like a child coughing up blood.
I say it's a case of you hear a lot, you don't see. You hear the people, you don't see them. But it's like a stop motion of every night. Like you see the bed as the kid's in it, and you see the outline of them under the duvet, and they move each night, and like it's one frame by frame, and then suddenly the bed goes flat because she's dead.
Yeah, and then like in other parts of the video, it's like they're all getting ready for Christmas. You can see with the Christmas tree up because that's the time of the year the game takes place in, because
Black Friday.
Black Friday, there's a disease that spreads from Black Friday. It's Christmas time, and like you see they've got their Christmas tree up, and then you start seeing blood on the walls and stuff.
You see people trying to break in and then barricading the door. It's go watch it. I don't know what it's under on YouTube, but definitely go watch it. It's emotional. Warning people that are prone to crying, you probably will maybe cry.
Like me.
But it's really
good.
well done.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit Dead Rising trailery, where you don't see much and you're not entirely sure of how much of this is gonna Dead Island. Yeah, Dead Island. Sorry, you're not entirely sure how much of it is going to be representative of the actual game.
But
Like, I think maybe the whole thing is going to be like, where it's an open world, there's going to be stuff happening, and
do you know what I took from that trailer in terms of the game? I just took that as this is the setting. This is the world it's in. This is what happened. This is real people's lives, is what it was trying to get at.
yeah, which is at least more than what Dead Island was like, where it was...
Dead Island was just like, hey, look,
It
stuff.
has nothing to do with the game whatsoever. Really.
No.
There were zombies and that was about it.
Yep.
But yeah, definitely go watch that.
There was
one.
also gameplay, wasn't there? A gameplay trailer?
There was...
Yeah, there
Wasn't
was.
there gameplay at one of the other things? I'm not sure. But yeah, I think
There was also gameplay at E3. It was alright. It was same as last year, same as last year. Really, with what it showed, it just showed another environment that they are in.
Yeah.
It looks polished. It doesn't look very varying in combat, for example.
Yeah, but then again, like they said, they pushed it back an entire year.
That
They've
part.
got a lot of time to work on it, and of course that was just sort of like a demo type thing where this is as much as they've got because they put that specific part of the game together.
But what bugged me was, and this is a running theme throughout E3, I forgot to mention, is scripted.
Yeah.
Scripted conversations between people playing games. Shut up. You don't know how we play games, obviously.
Yeah, like, if that was us, then... Well, you've seen some of our videos.
Yeah, you've seen some of our videos. And this is us when we're not recording. Jake, fucking kill him. Jake, fucking hell, Jake.
Do you have to
Get
go
me
down
up.
every few
Please,
fucking
come on.
seconds?
Get me up, Jake. No, kill the dude. Get me up.
Get you up.
Shut up. That was not a sexual thing. That was you not reviving me in Borderlands 2 like the other night.
Yeah, but, and then, like, every time I come back to life, I just die a few seconds later.
So yeah, it's not, I'm going to flank him on the left. He's getting away, get him, he's on the right. Fuck that, it's not like that. I'm not even sure MLG's like that. No, they're not like that. They call out deaths, but they're not quite like that.
God damn it, motherfucker!
That's not MLG, Jake.
No, but, you know...
That's CHAV.
What?
CHAV.
Oh, yeah, this is a good joke. Good joke.
Haha. Next thing, because Division, yeah, looks pretty cool, but same old.
The crew. They had, like, a video where it's like...
I
fast
like
forward
what they've
it.
done with it.
Yeah. It shows how big it is, really, I think.
Exactly. It's not. They've shown off the customization. They've shown the fact that you can have a crew. They're now showing.
Yes.
They're now showing you the world to the extent the world is.
Yeah, and it really seemed like we knew before it was going to be coast to coast, but I was thinking, this is going to be massively smushed down.
Yeah.
To a smaller thing. But you see them like fast forward going through New York, and it seems. I mean, it's nowhere near the size of New York, but it's still pretty big.
It's definitely very expansive.
Yeah.
They're saying that was one of the 2-hour side missions there are, but it was sped up, which I think is really
I quite
awesome.
like the idea of 2-hour side missions as long as they're not all 2 hours.
No, exactly. Like that would be one of like the achievements, for example. This is like one of the
The longest thing that there is.
Yeah, exactly. That me and you will end up doing one evening because we want an achievement.
Cheapo. This is what we're doing, just going to all of these and seeing the memes.
I'm not.
Or the memes,
I'm
as
not,
some people call them.
do the sloppers in that one.
The sloppy one.
I'm not doing it swish. I'm not doing it deliberately. But yeah, I like that it was something different again. It's made me more excited for it. A lot more than I think another gameplay of them customizing their car and taking something down.
Yeah.
It's made me excited in a different way.
I am excited for the fact that it's such a huge open world.
Yep.
There have been games that have been big before, but that looks unbelievable.
I'd say it looks like, I forgot what it's called now. Fuel. It looks fuel level.
But real life.
Yeah.
Sort of.
It's not just all desert and trees, it's real roads, etc.
Real shit.
So I'm excited for that again.
So they also showed off Assassin's Creed Unity. We talked about this on the Microsoft one, which was the first one.
This one looked a lot more at single player.
Yeah, they
showed off a load of single player, and the integration between like side missions, etc. It seems a lot more. It looks far more stylish than it did in Revelations onwards. Not Revelations onwards. 3. I haven't played Black Flag yet, so I don't know what it's like in that, but
like he walked into a house and he said that he's going to help someone solve a murder.
exactly. You can just walk into an area and then say, yeah, okay.
Your car's almost on fire now.
Yep, I know.
Oh, Long Johnson, oh, Long. I have no idea. But yeah, One thing I didn't like about it though is that in a lot of the dialogue, it's English and that's understandable, but then they just throw in French words, but still in the same sort of British accent.
I think that's probably going to stem from the anime. So again, it's going to be a case of, in the first game you couldn't swim. That's because in the programming, when you're in the real world, they actually say the Animus has an issue with water. That's why that does not function. It's because the Animus, and they explain it in some in depth. There is a bit of story behind it.
Okay, I haven't done this yet.
It's a digital trip.
Oh,
You just got to run over shit.
I've done the flower bouncing one, and
I didn't like that, but yeah.
spider tank. Spider.
I've done Spider Tank. Yeah, I want to give that a go.
That's the best one. I think a lot of people saying it's the best one. Only has 6 legs though, so not really a spider tank, is it? What you just have to run over.
Yeah.
You have to run over. What's his name?
You have to harvest their souls.
So this is
Digital trips.
no what's the Marvel thing?
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider. They look like Ghost Rider, don't they?
They do like Ghost Rider.
I'm not sure if there was a Ghost Rider game. This might be the first Ghost Rider game, Dan.
Yeah, I discovered it by accident.
Actually, no, I think there was a Ghost Rider game on the PSP. But anyway. Oh god, this thing keeps scrolling down for no reason. Shape up. Shape up.
So this is the fitness game for exclusive Xbox.
Yeah, using the Kinect. Okay, start again.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
We fucked up, my laptop died, now the gameplay's not going to be synced up, but there should be gameplay there. We're
Yeah.
carrying on. So yeah, we just spoken about what we'd spoken about, Shape Up. It looks awesome, I'm going to get it, give it a go, blah 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 blah.
Blah 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 blah.
Blah blah blah. Valiant Hearts,
The Great
another
War.
emotional game.
It looks good, yeah. It's
I love the idea of the story.
follows 4 characters and their puppy. Or dog.
Yeah, they're all linked by the dog basically.
Yeah.
It looks emotional.
On the western front. It does look very emotional. And it comes out quite soon, June 25th.
I know, I'm looking forward to that coming out.
And it's made with the Ubi Art framework, which is the same as both the Rayman games and the recent one, which I've forgotten the name of, even though I said it last time. What was it? Child of Light, that was it.
So yeah, Valiant Hearts, I'm going to get it. I like people have said that it's going to be an
That
exploring
was
the
the
world.
window, that noise, if
That
it
was.
turned up.
People have said they've got hands on it, that it's going to be a looking around the world, and the game is the adventure of the world,
Yeah.
as well as the story. So it looks promising, sounds promising, and I'm very excited for it.
As am I. And I'll be getting it later this month.
Bitches.
Yeah, bitches. And lastly, the Tom Clancy. Makes
So-
a lot of games for a dead man.
Yeah, Patriots was announced 4 years ago. They scrapped it. It just disappeared off the books about a month after they announced it at E3. You said they actually admitted that they just scrapped it and started again because they
That
didn't.
was quite recently, a few months ago, I think.
But I like what they're doing. So the gameplay they showed was a 4-on-4. The bad guys have to fortify the house with a hostage in it.
Yeah.
Good guys have to come and take the hostage basically back and kill the bad guys.
Yeah. And, they said they're not going to say much about the co-op and single player just yet because they're focusing on multiplayer at the moment. So it's going to be a multiplayer focused game, but it's going to have single player and
I
co-op
think
campaign.
that's because they've very much looked at, for example, Terrorist Hunt. That was such a big thing about it. Loads of people went home to play that.
Yeah.
It was great, and they seem to be doing something great with it. There's no,
Yeah.
if that's real
There's
gameplay.
also a lot of I'm not sure if this is the right word, but levolution. You know, like what Battlefield has, where you can knock down walls and,
Yes.
and blow holes in them.
So
to use
it's
them. Like if there's no door, just blow a hole in it.
Yeah, but it seemed to be too much, too far of an extent, in my opinion. Like a pistol shot took chunks out of the wall,
Yeah, that seemed a bit far.
and they fortified the door. Use a shotgun, you knock down the whole door more or less. I like that you can create holes like that. Like you can shoot panels off windows for a sniper to come through. You saw
Yeah.
that in there. I like that idea. I just don't feel that all text should have the same effect.
Yeah.
And they could be working on that. Don't get me wrong.
I think that's kind of what the fortifying does, where it makes it harder to get through, but it didn't seem that way.
They did say it was pre-alpha though.
Yeah.
So
It's early, so
fingers crossed.
fingers crossed it's going to get better than that. But it's a good
It still
idea.
looks good.
Like at the end of it, close to the end of it, like this dude blasts us through a wall and then the floor, so he can drop in on where he knows the enemies are because he's gone in with the drone.
But if they've also got to work out a way of making it so it's not appealing. So everyone's got to say, for example, 3C4s. You just blow a hole in every wall to get into every room.
Yeah.
And there's got to be some limitation on that. Yeah.
Balancing.
But it's still excited.
Very.
This was the best press conference out of all of them, in my opinion. And I look forward to seeing what they do extra. Not extra, but you know, I look forward to seeing all this in reality, future down the line.
Yes.
Future down the line. Sorry for the issues, guys.